This is more about living in the time of the coronavirus pandemic. The election, once so all-consuming, is receding. It bubbles quietly on a back burner while the virus boils up front. We are now in the midst of an epidemic. And though we've been in it for months, I get the feeling that now no one knows what to do. The Joker is really laughing at us now. The trumpet has always cast himself as a winner. He is now starting to look like a petulant loser. Boo-hoo. It's not a good look. They told us that it would take weeks or months to get results, but now, according to the radio, the Panderman has gathered enough electoral votes to officially win the election. So that is over. He's going to address the nation, I think, maybe tonight. The trumpet is still filing lawsuits and protests and tossing in accusations of fraud and unfairness and doing everything he can to block the election except stand in a corner and burst into tears. More boo-hoo. But it is over, and soon he is going to have to admit it or look even more foolish than he does now. I know he's stunned at losing, and especially to such a non-entity as the Panderman. In time, he may come to see that he was his own worst enemy. One more thing about the election, and then I'm going to let it go. As it was winding down, people who were desperate to get you to vote for the trumpet made this claim. It's not about a man, it's about his policies. It's not about who he is, it's about what he has done. And I've said that I very much liked it, that he was not a politician. That was great. But the person he was registered, and the way he did things, the way he treated people, he made enemies of friends and bigger enemies of enemies. And so much of what he did was contemptible. He was a bully, and he was insistent on taking center stage. Upstage him, and you were gone. So his supporters, in their last-ditch attempt to get voters to overlook his obstreperous behavior, they failed. It was about the man, the person, the trumpet, and much of what he exhibited was disgusting, reprehensible, crude, and not anyone you would trust or want to be around, much less vote for him. Many people took the trouble to vote against him, and I think that led to his defeat. The loss of the man who loved to crow, "You're fired." He got the boot this time himself. I heard that he is out golfing today. I would not want to be out there with him. As an epitaph for the trumpet, I will say that he did not create the divide, but he played into it and he deepened it. The Panderman addressed the nation and said that he would heal America, maybe with free aspirin. The trumpet is still claiming in tweets that voter fraud in the big cities stole the election. What I conclude from all that's happened is this stunning revelation. Life goes on. It does. Sometimes when we say this, it is an expression of hope. Other times, it is with great resignation. Here, I state it only as a fact. We are not ready for Chicken Little, not yet. The Panderman won the election. He will be the next president. The trumpet is choking on that bone. People are dying of the virus and wondering if the traditional gatherings at Thanksgiving are such a good idea. We are looking to have a brunch and then get together in some cabins for the weekend at a nearby state park. As far as I know, there have been no social eruptions, no big protests, no, God love it, unrest. Outside of the trumpet, the losers seem to have accepted that loss, and the winners have not overdone their glee. And I haven't heard any racial talk in regards to the election. So that's a relief. Life goes on. What a lesson. Maybe there's a whammy where you thought there'd be a whammy, but you make allowances for that, and you move on. Life goes on, of course, until it doesn't, for the individual. My age tells me that, and there is something in that, too. I see flurries of activity and concern, and I do find myself thinking, oh boy, this will pass. Life will go on. Enjoy it when you can, if you can. And to the trumpet I would say, suck it up. Stop crying